Brad Meltzer is on a mission to change the world. He's an historian and an author of 9 bestsellers, a lot of those books about ordinary people changing history. His new book, a children's book, I Am Rosa Parks. Brad Meltzer joins us. Brad, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Tell us about the book. This is the 3rd book in a series of at least 5 or 6 and perhaps many more.
Yeah, so what happened was I was just tired of my own children looking at reality TV show stars and loudmouth athletes and thinking that's a hero. I tell my kids all the time that is fame, and being famous is very different than being a hero. And because of the show we host on the History Channel and the things that we do there, I said I have so many better heroes for them. So I said I'm going to do a book series where we tell the stories of famous people, but not just the stories you know, we also show you when they were kids. And that way kids get to see Rosa Parks when she's little, Amelia Earhart when she's little, Abraham Lincoln when he's little, and then they get to see the power and the potential that's in all of us.
You know what makes these books, I think, too, also the illustrations. I mean, the illustrations are phenomenal. I know you're into comic books, and there's a bit of a comic book feel to this as well, but it really, I think, can draw children in with those illustrations.
You know, Chris Eliopoulos, our artist, he has it almost looks like, and the reason we picked him, it looks like Charlie Brown meets Calvin and Hobbes. And it's easy to do cute, and it's easy to do funny, but what you have to do is heart, because that's what these people have, is they have to show heart. So we show you that the story in I Am Rosa Parks, when Rosa Parks is a true story, when she was 11 years old, she had a boy on roller skates came racing by, shoved her, knocked her down. And Rosa Parks pops back up, shoves him back. Now the boy was white, Rosa Parks, of course, was black. And back then, you didn't do such a thing. So the boy's mother comes racing over, gets into Rosa Parks' face and says, I'm going to have you put in jail for the rest of your life. And in that moment, Rosa Parks could have run away. Instead, she stands up to the mother, more important, stands up for herself, and she says, your son was the one bothering me. I just don't want to be bothered anymore. And she tells a story that never again did that mother or that boy ever bother her again. I want my daughter to hear that story, and I want my son to hear that story.
You know, it's phenomenal when you think about an adult woman getting in the face of a 10, 11-year-old girl like that. I had not heard that story until I read this book. How'd you find that?
You know, the amazing part is when you read biographies of these famous people, we spend a chapter on when they're young, and then we go to everything that they did when they were famous. And listen, it's great to know about the boycotts and about what happened on the bus. But to me, your life, my life, Ben, you look at our childhoods, you'll always find who we are today. And I was like, our kids need to know that. So I found it actually in just couple sentences in Rosa Parks' actual biography. Then I started working backwards and found interviews and found her talking about it and pulled the whole story together. And when I told that story to my kids, when they were reading the book, my younger son a couple months ago was being bullied in the cafeteria. My older son read the book and said to my younger son, you need to be like Rosa Parks. You need to stand up to the bully. My younger son said, you're right, I need to be like Rosa Parks.
The series is called Ordinary People Change the World. You started with Abraham Lincoln and Amelia Earhart. You did Rosa Parks. Who's next?
So we have I Am Albert Einstein comes out in September. In January, we do I Am Jackie Robinson. And then we're going to do Lucille Ball. And our goal is, it's never to just do one book. We want to help you build for your kids, for your grandkids, for your nieces and nephews, a library of heroes for your children. Because look around today. We're all starving for heroes. We need heroes. And to me, this is the way you can give them real heroes again.
Here we are right around the July 4th holiday. You host the History Channel show Decoded, which takes a look at kind of some of the quirks of U.S. history. What is it about July 4th that we should know, perhaps, that we don't?
You know, well, the amazing part is July 4th, you know, we say when everything was signed. It actually was signed on a different day, which is just an amazing little detail.
The second.
But to me, right, and what I love is when you go, I'll give you this one, is when you go to the National Archives, the #1 thing that's asked at the National Archives, now think about this when you're celebrating, is the #1 question they ask the guards is there really a secret treasure map on the back of the Declaration of Independence?
Because of the movie.
Because of the movie, right? Because of National Treasure. Now, I'll tell you this, here's what no one knows. Of course they know there's no treasure map. Here's what is on the back of the Declaration of Independence. There's actually a handprint. When you go next time, in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see the handprint. You can see it there. No one knows who the handprint belongs to. No one knows who put it there.
Wow.
It's a good one.
Brad Meltzer, you keep us interested. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Again, the series is Ordinary People Change the World. The new book is I Am Rosa Parks. Brad, thank you very much for being with us.